Welcome back to the Friday and Saturday edition of a Sports Beat, ladies and gentlemen, right here on ServiceLegion Cable TV, Channel 10. Of course, the very popular website, mugsmedia.com. Taking the show on the road. Coming to you from the Fieldhouse in Sparta. You can rent turf time here, folks, and you can have a birthday party here. They're big into birthday parties. So if you have some kids that are wild and crazy, they need to run around, you don't want to have the birthday party in your house, come to the Fieldhouse and rent the facility and play dodgeball. All right, this portion of the show is sponsored by Tire King, behind the A&P in Sussex, where everyone can afford to retire. We're here at Mike Wallman once again from the Star Ledger. Mike, take away your all Mike team.
Well, why don't we start out the deepest position this year as far as the league goes, and also with North Warren, who had a tremendous catcher this year, Christian Jose, a senior. He finished a great career. He batted .429, 10 homers, 48 RBIs, had 36 hits this season, 140 for his career. That's a North Warren record. Was also excellent defensively, and he's one of our catchers. Our other catcher is sophomore Alex DeBellis for Pope John. Another great season for Alex, following up his tremendous freshman year. Batted .464, 10 homers, and 39 RBIs. Those will be our two catchers. First base, I think the best defensively amongst the league this year, Matt Sherlock, senior from Wallkill Valley. And offensively, he batted .404, was second on the team in hitting average, 3 homers, 22 RBIs, had 40 hits and 34 runs scored, both second on the team in those categories. Made 1 error all season long, and it's funny because I happened to be at that game against Vernon, and I think John Petronacci thought he jinxed his player a little bit because he was telling me before the game that he was having a tremendous defensive season, and he went out and had the 1 error, but what a great season for him. And just an honorable mention there, Justin McMickle from Sparta, senior. He batted .416 with 6 homers and 26 RBIs and had a big hit in the the first Pope John game that they won 1-0. At second base, I went with senior Ryan Gregory, Wallkill Valley. Led the team in average, .438. Was first in runs scored with 35. Led the team in stolen bases with 6. 42 hits was a team high, and he had 12 doubles this year, which was first on the team. Outstanding in the field. He only made 8 errors all year. He had a .919 fielding percentage. So Ryan Gregory is our second baseman. At third base, I went with Mike Williams, another senior from Pope John. Batted .400, 36 hits, 25 RBIs. Another kid that was solid defensively all year for Pope John at the hot corner. Shortstop, tough decision here. We had a few kids that had outstanding seasons. I went with Kyle Spence of Newton. He was a junior. Batted .464, 35 hits, a .485 on-base percentage, and was solid in the field. Only made 7 errors at shortstop all year, and also was one of the top 2 pitchers on the team for Newton this year. In our outfield, I've got 4 kids in our outfield. Starting off with senior Mark Prager, Sparta. He's going to be heading to NJIT next year. Batted .440, has .690 on-base percentage, 44 hits, was their leadoff man, and did a nice job at third base. It wasn't his natural position. He's an outfielder, but he filled in there because Sparta really needed somebody to kind of hold down the hot corner for them, and he filled in nicely there. His teammate also in the outfield, Pat O'Leary from Sparta, senior, is going to be playing at Stony Brook next year. Batted .393, 5 homers, 35 hits, 13 stolen bases, was the stolen base king in the league this year. 100 hits for his career. He actually got his 100th hit in the final game for Sparta. It was against Jefferson. Actually, it was a home run, which was a monster shot. Also in the outfield, Kevin Bertolf of North Warren. This kid's offensive numbers were outstanding this year. He batted .480, 7 homers, 34 RBIs, 36 hits, 7 steals. He only made 1 error in the outfield this year. He was tremendous for Jim Halp's Patriots. And also in the outfield, senior Matt Briggs from Wallkill. Batted .398, 35 hits this year. Was part of that potent Wallkill Valley lineup this year. Batted 5th for them. You want to go right into our pitching staff now? We'll do that. Leading off, Tyler Corder from Vernon, senior. He's going to be playing at Stevens Tech next year. He could definitely play in college. He's 4-3 this year, 3.00 ERA, and that would have been a lot lower had it not been for 1 bad outing against Wallkill Valley. He had 74 strikeouts. He only walked 9 all year long, and he batted .328 in their lineup. So Tyler did a nice job for them this year, both on the mound and hitting-wise. Another senior, Tim O'Shea from Jefferson. Great season for Tim. He finished the season 9-3, had a 2.27 ERA, 78 strikeouts. Was really the catalyst for that team this year. He also had a great season offensively, was their leadoff hitter. Set the table up nicely for Jose Diaz and Matt Cuervo there in the 3-4 spots. Another senior, Ryan Quinn from Sparta. had a nice year as well on the mound. He was 5-1 with a 1.56 ERA, 61 strikeouts. Offensively, he was solid, batted .371, 33 hits for Ryan. Had a number of key hits for the Spartans this year. Also, sophomore Brendan Mayers of Pope John was Pope John's ace this year, 5-2 with a 2.22 ERA, 40 strikeouts and 41 innings pitched. And Vinny Bella will be counting on him next year as his number one pitcher. Another junior, Chris Rago from Walk Hill Valley, shortstop also for them. He was 6-3 on the mound with a 4.95 ERA, but his ERA was ballooned up in the beginning of the season. Him and Steve O'Taling really gave them a 1-2 punch in the second half of the season into the postseason. They turned it around nicely on the mound. Rago 48 strikeouts in 58 innings, and then batted .374 offensively. My relief pitcher on this team is going to be Alex Makowitz. Did a nice job for Sparta coming out of the bullpen. 5-3, all of his wins were in relief. 1.66 ERA. He had 4 saves this year. In batting, he had .385 with 27 RBIs, so he was a solid player for Sparta this year, and he'll be coming back next year for Sam Slobodian. And as far as my utility goes, I wound up taking 2 catchers since the position was so deep this year, starting with Christian Casa, Walk Hill Valley senior, batted .385, 6 homers, 43 RBIs, which was a few shy of the school record, I believe. And he also made a couple appearances on the mound this year. And Matt Cuervo from Jefferson, senior, batted .417, 26 RBIs, 4 homers, and had 12 doubles for Jefferson this year. So pretty solid team, and we got a lot of kids coming back next year.
And you did a pretty solid job this year, my friend.
Excellent.
Have you back next year, Hope.
Great, hopefully.
All right. Mike Wallman, ladies and gentlemen. If we had a studio audience here, they'd be applauding right now. Right now we have Dan Cleary's a studio audience. He had a few boos from Dan Cleary. Right now we have for you, my friends and neighbors, a commercial. Time out.